joined by a special guest, Jeremy Lin, his high school coach from Palo Alto High in California, Peter Strickbenbach. Now, describe what Linsanity is like in the hometown of Palo Alto.
I mean, the best way I can describe it is it's like a World Series win and a Super Bowl all put together. Everybody's just so excited.
It's been well documented that Jeremy wasn't really recruited out of high school, not well known in college. In fact, he told me he was 5'3" his freshman year in high school. What kind of potential did you see in him as you coached him?
Well, he came in with just an incredible feel for the game. So we knew he had that, but we had no idea he was going to grow up to be this size and athletic as he is. I mean, he's a professional athlete now, and we had no idea that was going to happen.
He was also quite honest and said he described himself as, quote, arrogant and selfish until his junior year in high school when he broke his ankle. He did, and he said he changed. How did he change?
Wow. I think he's being a little hard on himself. I mean, he was never arrogant, and if he was ever selfish, it's just because he had so much confidence in himself, and he knew he could do so much on the floor. Our conversations just revolved around him understanding that the best he can do would be to create for others. That's the best thing he can do. That's a much higher level player than scoring, and he really got that his senior year.
Well, he has certainly enjoyed playing for you, had wonderful things to say about you. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy it.
Thanks for having me. I am.
Thank you, Heather. The Palo Alto High School jerseys were around earlier, as the success of Lynn has brought the throwbacks from Jeremy's background from Palo Alto High and from Harvard, where he wore number 4. And you see how his jersey has been all the sensation online and at the NBA store here in New York as well. Lynn being guarded by future Hall of Famer Jason Kidd. J.R. Smith, first game with the Knicks, had 9 points in the first quarter. Has missed his last couple of shots, and he'll be Dallas within 5 here with $1:55 to go.
Look, in spite of how great the Knicks are playing, and now it's a 3-point game. Now we know that Fields and Lynn are having a great half. They're 10 for 16 in the backcourt, but Dallas has a way, very quietly, of scoring in bunches.
Kidd turned Lynn away. Terry intercepts the pass by Chandler. Here goes Jason. Good feet to Marion coming down the lane. He'll come to the line for a couple of free throws as Fields fouls him.
Dallas will continue to keep coming at you. Anytime there's a turnover, loose ball, they're going to fly down the floor, and then they're going to look for the trailer or the three-point shot. So they're going to put pressure on you, and the Knicks have got to understand it's going to be for 48 minutes.
Couple of shots coming for Sean Marion. Only Maverick to start every game for Dallas this year. Well, we continue with NBA Sunday on ABC. Mike Green, Jeff Van Gundy down in Miami to see the teams look so good in the East, especially this road trip they just finished. The Miami Heat taking on Orlando. And then on ESPN tonight, the best in the West. Oklahoma City will be in action taking on Denver. NBA on ABC and ESPN today.
Mike, I like what Miami's doing. Yeah, they've won 5 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10. But they are 12-5 on the road. That's a great stat.
With nice find to Chandler inside. He drew the defensive attention, able to slip it through for 2.
Yeah, I like the fact that when the big man left, the man who was the receiver of the pass, Jeremy Lin just slid away from the rim to create a passing angle.
Shot clock at 10, Nowitzki. And J.R. Smith wants him back. Chandler comes over for help. Rebound by Chandler.
Now that wasn't by accident. He loves to bank that shot sometimes from an angle. It looks like it's a difficult shot, but he loves that area. He missed Stoudemire that time.
Fields out of the corner, missed the 3. Haywood the rebound for the Mavericks.
See, with all of this cutting, you can't miss the big guys when they're wide open going in front of the rim.
Threw it away, and Fields is fouled as Jason Kidd bumps him on the way. So one on Jason. That's first and last 2. The Mavericks only had 1 team foul in the quarter to that point. Hey kids, you can visit NBAHoopTroop.com today. Got cool games, exciting videos. You can earn points, get info on all your favorite NBA teams and players. That's NBAHoopTroop.com. It's been one of the interesting parts. You think about the league from a big perspective. 13 weeks ago, 14 weeks ago, talking lockout. Will there be the nuclear winter, no season? Then you get the teams back and exciting games. TV ratings have been up. And then this guy comes in and sets the league on its ear. Fields for 3. fight for the rebound. And Hubie, there's a scrappiness to this Knicks team in this 8-game run, now 8.5, that was not there earlier on.
Well, remember, a guy that was also instrumental at the defensive end was Walker. And Walker is out with an elbow injury today. And when they had Fields, Walker, and Jeffries in the game, and then also Nowak, along with Lynn, just think about how small they were, and then just Tyson Chandler holding the fort. Great defense.
The crowd, the crescendo rise. At the end of the half, here's Lynn. Knocked away from behind, halftime. At the end of the first half here in the Garden, the Knicks had a big run late first quarter to take the lead and have maintained it throughout the second. It was a great stat line for Jeremy Lin as the celebrities have come out to watch again. J.R. Smith had 9 in his Knicks debut, but 12.6 assists, 2 steals, and just the 1 turnover for Lin, standing by with Heather Cox.
Mike, thanks so much. Jeremy, you said each and every game is getting harder because you're on scouting reports. They're learning your tendencies. What are they taking away from you in this first half?
They're double teaming off the pick and rolls, and they have Marion on me, so it's a little longer, but it's a good opportunity just to drag the defense out and then let everybody else make a play. Obviously, J.R. Smith coming off the bench and to the team, just a big addition, so you got to move the ball.
Talking about J.R. Smith, first time any of you guys have ever played with him, and obviously for you to distribute to him, what are your early impressions?
He can shoot, he can score, he's a playmaker, so anytime you get someone like that, it only helps.
We'll let you get to the locker room. Thanks, Jeremy.
Heather, thank you. Lin played 21.5 of the 24 first half minutes and keeps the numbers up. What does the great all-time point guard Magic Johnson think? He joins Chris Broussard, John Barry, and Michael Wilbon coming up with a halftime report. At the break in New York, you'll also hear more from the one-on-one with Jeremy Lin. His Knicks lead by 3 over the NBA champion Mavericks.
Launch sequence initiated. 15 seconds and counting.
At KFC, we have one mission: serve the world's best tasting chicken.
9.
That's why our whole chicken is delivered fresh
7.
and prepared fresh by real cooks with KFC's world-famous secret recipes.
Preparation complete. 3, 2, 1.
Taste for yourself why fresh.
New York, but a worldwide sensation. His jersey is currently the NBA's top seller. Our Rachel Nichols went one-on-one with the man who has given life to the Knicks season.
When do you remember starting to think, hey, I want to play in the NBA, I could play in the NBA, this would be cool?
Ever since I was a little kid. We would watch all the playoff basketball games, and I'd be sitting in the backyard with my brothers shooting on the hoop. We would run to the window, look at what Jordan was doing, and he'd score a point. We go out, do the move.
I mean, now that you've made it in the NBA, you have this plucky underdog story, and everyone says, oh, he made it through these tough times, but you actually had to go through those tough times. What was the low point for you?
I had a lot. I mean, there were nights last year where I was just actually just reduced to just tears. I couldn't take it anymore. From the outside looking in, they're like, oh, you're fine. He's still, collecting an NBA paycheck and this and that. But for me, it's, what really hurt was I felt like I had the ability to do it.
Those really hard nights, the tough nights when you have the tears rolling down your face.
Yeah.
Did you think about, maybe this just isn't going to happen, maybe I should do something else?
I definitely thought about that, no question, many times. Even the beginning of this year, getting waived twice, I was thinking, if I don't have a team, what's going to happen? Do I go to the D-League? Do I go overseas? Or do I, take a break altogether? And all of those options were running through my mind.
What did you think when you got that next chance against the Nets, what turned out to be your breakout game? What did you say to yourself to get yourself to go out and play the way you did on the court?
I said, I'm going to go back, play this next game just as aggressive, if not more aggressive. Last year, I was trying not to make mistakes. I was trying to fit in. This year, I said, you know what? I've given everything I can to this year, and I'm going to make sure I do it my way. And if it doesn't get me where I want to go, then I can live with that. But one thing I know is if I go down, I'm going to go down fighting.
Well, no more tears for Jeremy Lin. The opposition has the tears, night in, night out. Dallas feeling it today, down 3 at the half. Second half coming up next.
At a big company, new ideas don't usually come from the local store level, but